Hello, my name is Dawn Ashoff, and I have a lesson over triangles. Students will learn the properties of the triangles. They'll be able to classify the triangles by their sides and their angles. This is geared towards a 5th grade class, and it's just a very basic introduction of triangles. Couple lesson notes. To be able to fully use my lesson, I incorporate a lot of Brain Pop pictures and video in it, and you would need a membership to Brain Pop in order to watch the video. My first slide just have a cute little cartoon caption, and then what do you know about triangles? I put a lot of the buzzwords about triangles, and then I have what does all of this mean, and then I did a link out to Brain Pop, and then it would show you, well, it would show you the video here. Sorry about that. Whoop. And then some important facts about triangles, things that the students would need to keep in mind throughout the entire lesson. That a triangle is, any three-sided polygon, that angles all add up to 180, and you can classify the triangles by both their angles and the lengths of their sides. The first type of triangle, equilateral triangle. What are some things that make up an equilateral triangle? And then I gave them just kind of a thinking question. What do you think each of the angles measure? Then you can see that each of the angles measure 60 degrees, which total 180 for the entire triangle. Next type is an isosceles triangle, exactly two sides of the same length, and the two angles have the same measure. And then again, a thinking question, what two angles do you think will have the same measure? And as you can see in the little picture here, it's the two angles that are opposite the two sides of equal length. Scalene triangle. Definition of scalene triangle: no sides of the same length, no angles of the same measure. And then here I have 3 triangles where students have to classify the triangles according to their sides. They would drag over and put beside each triangle where they think the isosceles, the equilateral, the scalene triangle is, and then they could click on the buttons to see if they're correct, and you could reset it for the next student if you wanted to. Right triangle. Definition of a right triangle: has one right angle of 90 degrees. An acute triangle. Definition: all 3 angles are acute angles, and an acute angle is an angle less than 90 degrees. Obtuse triangles: one angle which is one angle which is an obtuse angle, and an obtuse angle is greater than 90 degrees. And then I finished the lesson with a 6-question quiz, just to identify the 6 different types of triangles. And that is the end of my presentation.